Okay, here's the TL1000 tire hugger. Now it does bolt right on where my the chain guard on the GSXR goes. So we got to fit there. This is a 2000 SRAD GSXR 600. It's all apart, getting ready for summer. Changed the oil, tuned it up, whatnot. But I want to work on this tire hugger. Now the problem I had was finding one for this Gixxer. They were plastic. We're going to do some slight modifications to this one, but what's good here is this one is fiberglass. It's not plastic, so if I got to cut it, I can fiberglass it back together. Unlike plastic, once you cut it, you just cut it. But what I do notice is we're going to make a bracket for over here. Now the only thing that I seen was different with the TL versus the 600 GSXR on my Gixxer, the caliper's on the bottom. On the 1000 it's on the top. So it's a little different cutout here. It's still cut out to fit my brake line, but we have nothing to bolt to this. So just using some aluminum flat stock, 8-foot piece at Lowe's. I just bent it over on the bottom. So basically it's just an L. Get it on the swing arm right there. Then we're going to drill the holes to fit this appropriately. What I'm going to do to fasten this is I'm just going to two-sided tape it, but I'm going to notch. I'll show you. I'm going to cut a groove on the back so I can just zip tie it around the swing arm. So that's what we're working on. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take masking tape here and masking tape my sway bar so we don't scratch it up. Now basically this is just going to go into here, and I'm going to mark it and cut it, trim it so it's a little more, it's not just a square there. And that's going to, once that's fastened, it's going to give us the ability to raise and lower this off the tire to get it exactly where we want it. So more or less, as you can see, we're just putting this so we got somewhere to tag this to. Now I got my mock-up on there and I just zip tied it. And I got it clamped here. I got to drill these 2 holes out, and we're going to trim this piece of the aluminum off so that's not sticking out. That's pretty much how it's going to go. You see, I got good clearance all around the tire. There's not going to be any issue with the tire rubbing, and actually I can move it. I can work it around. I'm going to elongate the 2 holes I drill over here, so I'll have some movement on it. Now, one thing, I guess you could put a metal clamp around it. I'm just using zip ties. They'll be fine. But if you look where I'm putting them, okay, on the back, I can get my hand up in this rim. This is my bracket. I drilled these 2 holes in the bracket to run zip ties. Now on the Gixxer, see I got this little metal tab right here, riveted. I'm losing focus. I got this little metal tab riveted on, so when I zip tie that, I'm going to run through that and under the bottom. That way this tab's going to help keep it from slide, although I'm going to 2-side tape it down as well. So just a note on that location. See that? And you can see the back of that bracket is just square. We're going to cut that off and trim it. And here's my bracket. I elongated these holes so I got some movement when I fasten it to that side. I'll put this little bend on the outside here. Let me get it better. Put that little bend down so it'll kind of hug the swing arm there. And I got 2-sided tape on the bottom. That's where my zip ties are going to go through. So basically it'll just be a bracket. Pretty simple. Bracket will just slide right up. and we can bolt this hugger right to it. I got the can off so you can get a better look at the bracket. These aren't the right bolts. I'm going to get some nice cleaner bolts, or at least black bolts. But what I'm going to do before the final fit, which it's pretty fit. Here's the bracket, zip tied. I think I might put some white zip ties on there so they're not so noticeable. But then again, once the can's on, you can barely see that. So it's on there. It's nice. It's tight. It's hugging. But what I am going to do, since it's fiberglass, this looks like in packing, this is bent down a little bit just because it was in a box sitting like that. So I'm going to put a little heat right in here, roll this up a little bit, which won't be too bad. So yeah, it's on, it's fit. I'm not riding the Gixxer right now, so I'm just going to leave it sit like that and work this. It's just got a little bow in the fiberglass right in here. It's not noticeable. Probably I'm the only one that notices it, but I see it right there, just how it was boxed. So I'm going to leave it fit before I make a permanent, put all the right bolts in it. It's just going to sit like this for a couple days, and I'll slowly put a little heat right in here with a heat gun, a little bit at a time, just to flex that back, and we'll be fine. I don't even know if it makes a big deal. It's just twisted down. So I'll put a little heat right in here, bring it back up. So that's it. The TL tire hugger on the GSXR 600, just with this one little bracket. I just used, for now, I just put a stainless bolt in it, stainless bolt and washer, so it won't rust. Probably going to paint that black. But it fit. It's on there. And there's our little bracket.